Mm-hmm. All right. You guys will now be watching me complete my exam, or part of my exam that I should have finished a while back, but now it's up to us, guys. No, you're just gonna watch me, man. Okay, first discuss the universe and the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory. Why is it? Why is it a sitcom? Big Bang Science. Okay. We don't use Wikipedia. Use other things like Big Bang Theory. Okay. So first of all, it's a vast expansion of space. It is a vacuum with filled with and gases and a lot and suns and galaxies and a lot there has been debate. There are different theories of how it came to exist. I'm not doing this nicely, I'm just doing it fast. Whatever comes to my mind, I just put it there. Yeah, so it's gonna suck. There are different theories of how it came to exist. Came to exist. One of those theories is the Big Bang Theory. I want to see my own. I need a separate screen so that I can just, check. I really want to just check myself. Well, this makes sense. Put it down here. Or down here. I need a separate screen so that I can just, check. I really want to just check myself. I don't need to check anymore. Alright, it's good. I like the song. It's a sad song. I feel sad when I listen to this song. Maybe. Maybe not. Oops. Let me just put it back. Oh shoot. I thought it's gonna break with this. So we just need there. Ah, it's copy and paste time. I'm so excited with this copy and paste thingy. String theory. Next. We don't know for sure. Okay, singularities are zones which defy our current understanding of physics. They are thought to exist at the core of black holes. Black holes can density zone are a diverse mathematical concept. Where do we come from? Why is here? We don't know, dude. If you don't know, don't make up theories. Ah, just kidding. That's why you make up theories, because you don't know. Okay. Okay, so there. The theory suggests that our universe around 13.7 billion years ago. What is a singularity? It inflated. The singularity apparently
and be one of the first to enjoy MasterCard airport experiences out in the country.
Okay. The singularity apparently inflated. Exploded. Went from very, very small, very, very hot to the size and temperature of the current universe. Planet. Pit of nowhere. That nobody knows. This is the Big Bang Theory. The Big Bang Theory is missing very, very many logical arguments. It has arguments that makes sense, but it feels forced. It's a forced theory that I don't even understand how people came up with it. Maybe it makes sense. Maybe the world exploded because there's this thing that it's just like believing in Superman just for the sake of it, just to feel entertained, or base something. Naturalism. They say that you're supposed to actually have evidence, and they base everything around facts, real things, but it's hard to believe this theory when there are really not that much facts in it. It's just possible, probable theories that could happen if only these things were the situations were exactly the same, or how it was supposed to be, but nothing doesn't work that way. It feels like it's missing a lot of components, and still people want to believe this. Like, make something else more logical. Like, if you want to make it as impossible as having a singularity that nobody even knows, even if it exists, why don't you just say that God did it, just to make everything easier, man. You want to make everything so complicated, man. Scientists. Not all scientists. I'm not talking about all scientists. Just like that scientists that wanna... it makes me feel like not nice about them. Makes me feel like they're forcing a theory that even they're not sure of. Did you hear about... I forgot, I read it somewhere that Darwin didn't even believe in his theory. But then after that I read an article that Darwin really wanted to disprove God. That's why he created that. So I don't know. I don't even understand anymore. Man, just say something if you were there, man. So you don't confuse people like me. Because I tend to believe things easily because it's just there. Big Bang Theory. It just says discuss the universe and the Big Bang Theory. It wants me to put this thing. Because current instruments allow. Several other missions have followed in Kobe's footsteps, such as Boomerang, blah blah blah, planes of aviation. What are these? I need a concrete explanation. Okay, so first of all, listed below Oops. Got you. We are reasonably certain that the second galaxies appear to be moving away from us at speeds proportional to their distance. Who discovered this phenomenon? The situation supports the expansion of the universe. It's just that the universe was once compact. Well, third, if the universe was initially very hot as the big ones suggest, we should be able to find some remnant of this heat. Radio astronomers have a 2.7 degree Kelvin degree Fahrenheit. Cosmic microwave background radiation, which provides this is thought to be the remnant which I'm looking for. Noble side, finally the abundance of light as hydrogen helium power. What the heck? How do you do this? There you go. What is the next? Keep on. Oh, that's a nice way to end it. A lot of editing. I don't think I'm gonna make it. So lazy and so slow, lazy and slow, lazy and slow. Alright, this is how it's done. You go there. I'll go there. I don't know what to write. For some reason, they would rather believe that in a theory that requires very precise requirements, making the thing, I'm gonna send this to John. Let's go to Facebook. I want to hear myself first. Is my webcam stuck? I want to hear myself first. It's loud. Is my webcam stuck? Oh. Oh, who is this? MG John Kim. Watch me do it. Okay. Making the event that sparked very a theory that requires very precise requirements, making the event that sparked the beginning of the universe very complicated. Instead of such a simple is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. Who has created this earth with an intelligent design. I guess the argument goes deeper than we should explain for this matter, but at the very least, we have that me there's enough reason to believe that God exists, and it was He that created the universe and everything. Next is explain cosmological. What the heck? I didn't listen to this. I'm so dead. I think something happened to my webcam. No wonder you've just been looking at my face like this whole time. Let me put that again. Screen capture.
Ang trabaho kayang gawin basta may pinaghuhugutan ng lakas. Pero pag nagkabaradong ilong, malalang pressure dahil sa sipon at bumibigat na ulo. Sipon baraulo na to.
Oh,
kaya
man.
trabaho, bumibigat.
No,
ang panlaban ko, Sumendap, may ibuprofen at decongestant para tanggal ang sipong baraulo. Dahil ang lakas mo, para sa kanila, lakas mo laban sa sipong baraulo with Sumendap.
Whoops! I'm out of time. I messed up. Shoots. Maybe I'll give it tomorrow. That means I gotta work on it tonight. Shucks. Well. Yeah, well, yeah, let's just do this. Let's study. What do you mean God is the first cause? I mean, explain in cosmological argument? Wow, Google, you really do have everything. Oops. You gotta capitalize God in everything. Except, you know, if it doesn't refer to God like gods. And, you know, when you call something a god, like a thing, anything that pertains to God should capitalize. Form of argument. There you go. Let's do this. Okay, all about philosophy. Does this... Okay, guys, we're gonna watch something that's live. I mean, we're gonna watch a YouTube video through a live. Oh, it's so loud. Actually, my voice is louder. Okay. So we're gonna see, and I'm gonna talk. So I hope we don't get, copyrighted or something. Not copyrighted. Yeah, just to avoid some stuff, so that
I think we all agree that for everything that exists, there must be an antecedent cause to it, whether that's my own birth or the cake that was given to me for my birthday present,
we can't
or,
they can't
whatever,
sue us.
or the car that I'm driving, which I'm delighted with at the present time. I know that it didn't just show up, it wasn't a result of randomness plus time, that there was a designer, there was a manufacturing process, there was a shipping process. And so it seems to me that cause is intuitive for things that really exist in the universe.
And now we are living at a time that this argument really has gained a lot of momentum today, because the accepted view in science today is that the universe, time and energy and matter and all that all came into existence at a finite time in the past. Now, if that is true, they have not always existed.
They have not always existed. Ooh, internet is slow, that's why
they do point to a reality beyond just the physical, and that reality has to have certain characteristics. Has to be timeless because it created time, immaterial because it created space, extremely powerful, if not all powerful, because of the nature, the vastness of the universe, and it also has to be extremely intelligent given the complexity of the universe. So what kind of a cause would this have to be?
Now, those who used to say the universe was infinite, has always existed, they argue that the universe itself
is that
primary
cause. It's always been here.
But ever since the Big Bang, we know that the universe has
and we can look at that always been here. We can look at that in different ways. We can look at that through the redshift by notices the universe had a beginning.
Or we could look at it from a chemical argument using second law of thermodynamics. We know that things move from a state of order to disorder. In order for the world to have order as today, it must have had a beginning. If it were infinitely old, we would be at a point of infinite disorder.
On my screen.
In the past, if it were infinitely old, we would be at a point of infinite disorder. So there's different ways to point out the fact that there was a cause to this universe. And therefore we have to ask the question, what was that cause?
It's a mind over matter.
It's a mind over
What was that cause?
It's a mind over matter type of thing, yeah.
It's a mind over matter?
Is it in the beginning was the word, or in the beginning were the particles? And right now, the accepted view in science is that the particles were not in the beginning, they came into existence. And that just leaves the other option, which is a mind.
When you look at a personal creator like God,
that makes sense.
Then you have an answer that not only answers the question of the beginning of the universe, it then answers all the other questions as well. The best, most coherent explanation that ties in all these facts and ties them in well is that God exists.
Okay, guys, did you get anything from that? Okay, let's listen to another one while we check out other things. Again. Drop frames detected. Your stream quality may be affected.
여보세요?
No way.
여보세요?
여보세요? 지금 저리는 어른 거 몇 살이에요? 전 김코너. 사랑해요, 견아.
여름.
여름에. 어떡해.
맞지?
I hate that. Okay. Cosmological argument. What is the cosmological argument?
Crash Course Philosophy is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace, share your passion with the world.
Nothing gets people talking like proving the existence of God. Just look at the comments on our last video. And that is what Anselm of Canterbury did. He claimed in the 11th century to have come up with a deductive proof of God's existence through what we now know as the ontological argument. And if there was such a thing as a social network of medieval Christian philosophers back then, it was positively abuzz with the news. For a long time, because 200 years later, Italian theologian and philosopher Thomas Aquinas encountered Anselm's argument. But like many others, he just didn't buy it. Aquinas did believe in God. It was just that as a philosopher, he felt that it was important to have evidence for your beliefs. He knew that if he was going to dismiss Anselm's argument, he'd need to come up with something better. So he set out to construct 5 arguments that would prove God's existence once and for all. Yeah, 5. Apparently he was concerned that 1 wasn't gonna do it, so he figured that out of 5, 1 was bound to stick. His first 4 arguments are known together as the cosmological arguments, as they seek to prove God's existence through what he argued were necessary facts about the universe. So in keeping with the method that we discussed in our very first episode, we're going to examine these first 4 arguments of Thomas Aquinas and really try to understand them. And then we'll consider their merits and their weaknesses.
This argument. Oh, it's noise.
Striking thing about.
Oh, let's go back. Okay. So, cosmological argument of God, there must be.
Maybe the most striking thing about the cosmological argument of Aquinas, at least to modernize, is that some of them are firmly based in the natural world. Even though he lived in a pretty unscientific time, Aquinas argued for the existence of God through his understanding of science. For example, the first of his cosmological arguments is known as the argument from motion. In it, Aquinas observed that we currently live in a world in which things are moving, and he also observed that movement is caused by movers, things that cause motion. Aquinas was convinced that everything that's moving must have been set into motion by something else that was moving. By this logic, something must have started the motion in the first place. Otherwise, you'd be stuck in a philosophical quandary known as an infinite regress. You get an infinite regress when, in a chain of reasoning, the evidence for each point along the chain relies on the existence of something that came before it, which in turn relies on something even further back, and so on.
Christian philosopher William Lane Craig has brought the Calum cosmological
because it implied that any given series of events began with nothing, or more accurately, never really began. Instead, it could have been going on forever. In the case of physical motion, Aquinas wanted to trace the cause of the movement he saw in the world all the way back to its beginning. And he figured there must have been a beginning. Otherwise, for him, it would be like watching these blocks fall and being told that nothing ever pushed over the first block. Instead, they had always been falling down forever, backward into eternity. There must have been a time when nothing was in motion, Aquinas thought, and there also must have been a static being that started the motion. And that being, according to Aquinas, is God, the unmoved mover. So, his argument from motion ran something like this. Objects are in motion. Everything in motion was put into motion by something else. There can't be an infinite regress of movement.
Man, I messed up. Yep. Wait a minute.
There must be a first mover itself unmoved, and that is God. Now, the second cosmological argument of Aquinas was a lot like his first one. Here he proposed the argument from causation, and it too sets out to avoid the problem of an infinite regress. But instead of explaining the motion of objects, it set out to explain causes and effects
on a Christian live stream
along these lines. Some things are caused. Anything that's caused has to be caused by something else, since nothing causes itself. There can't be an infinite regress of causes, so there must have been a first causer, itself uncaused, and that is God. Just like with the argument for motion, the point here is pretty simple. Effects have causes. If you think about how you wound up watching this video, you can trace the line of causation back from moment to moment. If you think about it long enough, you can probably go pretty far back. But Aquinas said, again, it can't go back forever. There had to be a first thing that started off the chain of causes and effects, and that thing is God. Argument number 3 was the argument from contingency. And we should step back and get a little background for this one. In philosophy, we often distinguish between necessary beings and...
Okay. Let's listen to that.
also must have been a static being that started the motion. And that being, according to Aquinas, is God, the unmoved mover. So, his argument from motion ran something like this. Objects are in motion. Everything in motion was put into motion by something else. There can't be an infinite regress of movers, so there must be a first mover itself unmoved. And that is God. Now, the second cosmological argument of Aquinas was a lot like his first one. Here he proposed the argument from causation, and it too sets out to avoid the problem of an infinite regress. But instead of it explaining the motion of objects, it set out to explain causes and effects in general all over the universe. The argument went along these lines. Some things are caused. Anything that's caused has to be caused by something else, since nothing causes itself. There can't be an infinite regress of causes, so there must have been a first causer, itself uncaused, and that is God. Just like with the argument for motion, the point here is pretty simple. Effects have causes. If you think about how you wound up watching this video, you can trace the line of causation back from moment to moment. If you think about it long enough, you can probably go pretty far back. But Aquinas said, again, it can't go back forever. There had to be a first thing that started off the chain of causes and effects, and that thing is God. Argument number 3 was the argument from contingency. And we should step back and get a little background for this one. In philosophy, we often distinguish between necessary beings and contingent beings.
Okay, first cause. Now I get it. Now I know what to write about. Thank you. Okay, so we will first find out about cause. Where is cause?
Are known together as the cosmological arguments, as they seek to prove God's existence through what he argued were necessary facts about the universe.
Something's wrong with my flash. Ooh. Sumail Midlion. I wanna play. Okay. Cause. Who was a theist? Creator. Thomas Aquinas. Christian. Expanded on it first. So, yeah. And modeled this concept of the first cause into a framework in which the cause of the universe itself is uncaused. The first cause is God. I get it, because the first cause is God and he is uncaused because we don't know what started him. That makes sense. Founded on similar reasoning, the Kalam cosmological argument was developed by Muslim Kalam cosmological argument was developed by Muslim philosophers in the Middle Ages, but has not lost any of its philosophical power over the centuries. Yes, yeah, well, I agree, whatever. In recent years, Christian philosopher William Lane Craig has about the I don't like that. Play. 58.
Crash Course Philosophy is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace.
Yeah, 5.
Argument of motion.
Apparently.
I think causation. So I guess I'll focus. Okay, we'll focus on argument from causation.
If Aquinas was a lot like his first one, here he proposed the argument from causation, and it too sets out to avoid the problem of an infinite regress. But instead of it explaining the motion of objects, it set out to explain causes and effects in general all over the universe. The argument went along these lines. Some things are caused. Anything that's caused has to be caused by something else, since nothing causes itself. There can't be an infinite regress of causes, so there must have been a first causer, itself uncaused, and that is God. Just like with the
Wait, that was what's in here. Cause of the universe itself is uncaused. The first cause is God, founded on similar reasoning.
Motion, the point here is pretty simple. Effects have causes. If you think
That's not so long.
how you wound up watching this video, you can trace the line of causation back from moment to moment. If you think about it long enough, you can probably go pretty far back. But Aquinas said, again, it can't go...
What the
heck? You
heck?
think about God. Just like with the argument for motion, the point here is pretty simple. Effects have causes. If you think about how you wound up watching this video, you can...
Is it floating?
Trace the line of causation back. Have causes. If you think about how you wound up watching this video, you can trace the line of causation back from moment to moment. If you think about it long enough, you can probably go pretty far back. But Aquinas said, again, it can't go back forever. There had to be a first thing that started off the chain of causes and effects, and that thing is God. Argument number 3 was the argument from contingency. And we should step back and get a little background for this.
I think we're done here. We're done with that. Okay. I'm tired of sitting straight. Stretch time. And then back to work. I have to be preparing by 4, so like it's 14. There, it's 3:13. Okay. What's the custom? What's the Killam argument? Now, most scientific models for the origin of the universe, such as the Big Bang model, support the view the universe at the beginning, but the current use philosophical approach towards the concept of infinity to show that the universe indeed had a beginning. Two separate philosophical arguments. Actually, what the guy a while ago said, the black guy, the African, he was making an important point. So you can either choose, in the beginning there was the word, or in the beginning there was particles. Okay, let's listen to some really nice cello music. I'll just put that. Yeah, we can watch this again. Not watch, just listen to it until we get so happy. Okay, so as I was saying, the guy said a while ago, you can believe either that in the beginning was the particles, or in the beginning was the word. And since when you think about it, in the beginning the particles were compressed in the Big Bang and then it exploded, boom. But then if there was the particles should have been created somewhere. It couldn't just have existed. There should be a really beginning. So there's the argument of mind. Makes sense. Now we have to finish this. Number of red balls in this book. The same holds true. Obviously, the idea of an actual infinite collection leads to absurdities. This is also true for a set of historical events. It can be derived that the occurrence of a truly infinite set of events happening before a certain moment in time is impossible. The second argument states that an actual infinite cannot be formed. Collection. Personal creator. In his words, the only way to have an eternal cause but imperfect would be if the cause is a personal agent who really chooses to create an effect in time. Yes. You guys should see my other papers. They don't make sense. They have no connection. Let's go. Whoa. There you go. That makes sense. That's much better. Ooh, copy and paste time. So funny. After doing research, a lot of research and stuff, I'm not really that advanced. I'm not really good at research too. But you know, when you type your thesis, your papers, every part has to have a reference and everything. But man, it's been so long since I've just done this copy paste. I finished things in minutes, but not this time. This time it took too long, people, too long. We know that God self-physical part of the universe. Ooh, he's gonna love this. Ooh, I just copied the whole thing, man. Look at these things, man. Also know that the Lord, eternal and infinite, His mighty power was forever. So even Bible. Oh man. Okay, I'm done. With that, will I close the whole thing? I don't know, but okay, let's try to unclose it. We'll use that instead. Oh, this thing got stuck again. Wow. Human cloning. Okay, check this out. Copy paste time. Stretch it time actually. Let's see what it is. Oh. Man, I am so lazy. Lazy. Ooh. Dropped. Frames detected. Your stream quality maybe. Okay, let me see. Let's try to do this without using the keyboard. Okay, I'm far away. Mouse in my hand. Okay, let's do this. Oh, not keyboard, just sliding it. Okay. We need to first we need to introduction. Give a definition of what human cloning is. Human cloning. Okay. Bam. First copy. Bam. Oh shoot. Who cares? Later. We'll edit it with a keyboard. Later. Where's paste? Damn it. There you go, paste options. Keep text on. Okay. Next is human cloning. Oh, there. Oh, Dolly, the sheep. The cloning of macaque monkeys in China makes human reproductive cloning more conceivable. Yeah, man, it's just reproductive. Sometimes when you think about it, I mean, most of the time when you think about cloning, you just put them in a jar, a big ass jar with, how do you say this, with fluid. So this one is reproductive cloning, meaning they put the fertilized egg inside a surrogate. So yeah, it's different. Hitler, say, from a piece of their tissue. And it changes nothing in the debate about whether such human cloning should ever happen. Since the cloning of Dolly the sheep, there you go. Scotland. Several other mammals have been cloned, including dogs, cats, and pigs. But the same methods didn't work well for primates like monkeys and us. We are primates? Damn. Maybe they're talking about us, meaning them. They're primates. Okay. Nope. Dolly. Oops. Oop, no. Oops, where is it? Yeah, genetics. Oops. Okay, human cloning. I think there's that. What? Chinese successfully cloned monkeys so they can eat more. I'm just kidding, yo. No racial offense? Racial offense? But for real though. Yo, listen nobody is not racist, okay? Everyone has a racial preference. Everyone has a racial dislike. And it depends on each person. So yeah. I can say some groups of people are racist. But that's because them as a group have the same racial biases towards other racial societies or groups too, maybe, because not every group of every race is the same, have the same things. Okay. Oh, let's go. Human cloning. How do you say they've tried? Oops, this is the ethical stuff. You know what? I don't think there's any other explanation about how human cloning, because you literally just clone the humans. Alright. 4 reasons why many scientists say human cloning is wrong. And explain. Do I explain each reason or cite 4 then explain all at once? I'm gonna revise this. Yo, I'm gonna need the keyboard in the end. I'm gonna need the keyboard. And then oh, read that part. from a macaque fetus, not from an adult monkey, so makes sense. It makes sense to do that. I mean, like, if you want to make an army, you pair really strong men and really strong women, like buff ass, reflexibility, agility, brain capacity, like really smart people, and then you make them have a child. And you take the tissue from that fetus of take it from their offspring while it's still in the womb as a fetus, and then you clone using that tissue so they don't die fast. Do you get what I mean? Because Dolly died fast. This Dolly the sheep, because she was created from adult cell tissue that, you know, it's old cells already. So you're an infant with adult cells, and of course those adult cells are gonna, you know, like they have how many years left? Let's say you're 40 years, maybe your life expectancy is 30. Yeah, you won't live your full lifespan if you're cloned from adult cell tissue. So taking them from a fetus, then let's say you've cloned from the fetus 100 clones, and you train all of them, and then you train them. Now you have an army of 100 really nice buff clones that have a long lifespan. Makes sense, right? So that's why it's better to clone from fetus tissue, baby tissue. Scientists want to clone monkeys to study genetic factors behind Alzheimer's disease. Identical monkeys, they can deactivate individual genes thought to play a role in the disease and see what effect it has. Such a biomedical use of primates is fraught and ethical, with ethical issues of its own, of course, very close in relationship to humans. Such research more informative, but also more disturbing. They are disturbed, the minds. Man, why didn't the guy who had talked about this in class also talk about this? They cloned monkeys. Okay, now it's time for the somebody texted. I don't like this song. It's that song. It's instrumental. It's a music thingy. I don't know. And then damn, I'm so smart. But this is caliber and this times New Roman. Oh, we make it times. Everything has to be times New Roman. Oh no! The ban clones. If you count by specific. Why are we talking about Dolly here? I don't want to listen. I don't want to read this. Oh. It's not showing anything that I want. This one maybe. Man, I need to use the keyboard now. Okay, reason number 1. Here are 4 reasons why scientists don't really want to. With human cloning.
しかったさえも君の匂いがした歩き方さえもその笑い声がしたいつか消えてなくなる君のすべてをこの目に焼き付けておくことはもう権利なんかじゃない義務だと思うんだ運命だとか未来とかって言葉がどれだけ手を伸ばそうと届かない場所で僕ら恋をする時計の針も二人を横目に見ながら進むそんな世界を二人で
Whoops! My webcam stopped again.
Okay.
It's a pursuit of pleasure, an indulgence that goes beyond reason.
Where is this coming from?
Fair.
Unlike
Neon signs that beckon our.
Okay, listen up, y'all, because this is it. And afford to and have just a few successful attempts. Then next is Let's edit this. Unless some crazy billionaire decided to attempt the process privately, then I guess no one else could afford such a project. Oh, two more. Whoops. I think we're really out of time now. Whoops, another copy paste. This makes me want to listen to the original song first. So that I can distinguish. Okay, I'm gonna listen to this first. Oops, I think that's too loud. Ah, that's why they can copy it, because it sounds like this. That's why I was like ding 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 ding. I thought. That's how it sounded like at first. 사랑은 모든 하고요. 마주고 너를 해 살고 표시돼 있는데. finish the song and go back to the other one. Where was that? Where did I read that a while ago? What? What the what? Oh, there. Oh, yeah, the song is done. Alright. All this would become ethical issues if cloning humans were done. Where ah, 4. Last one. Oops. Aha. Number 4. Oh, there's. Yes. Now we have to add it up. Okay, this is it. After this, print. Oh, take a bath and then go to class. Oh shoot, I didn't study. I should study. It says deism, theism. Deism. Oops, I'm offline. Mobile hotspot. Oops. Well, guys, I'm done basically. Yeah. Here, this is the end. Oops. Alright, so this is the end. I'm gonna go and it's not what I was looking for. Oh. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted something better. Okay, deism. There you go. This is what I wanted, and this is the end of it. Whoopsies, whoopsies, I'm done. Oh, look at me, I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Oh. The whole thing. Well, it's been a pleasure. I've done one paper. This is the second one that I can do later. I will study. I will study later. And I'm gonna see you next time, guys. Maybe if you want to come back. Yeah. If I'm gonna stream again. I don't know. So, yeah. Guess this is it.